Hello all, hope you're doing well. So in the last video we discussed about alkenes. Now we are going to discuss about alkynes. The third, these are unsaturated hydrocarbons, alkenes and alkynes. Alkanes are saturated. So alkynes, alk is a word root, ine is a primary suffix. General molecular formula for alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. So now again, similarly, what we discussed in alkenes, we require alkyne is triple bond, right? Carbon carbon triple bond. So if you need triple bond to exist between two carbon atom, you need two carbon atom minimum. So the very first member of alkyne series, or we can even say simplest alkene, that is going to be ethyne. Oh, sorry, not alkene, alkyne. Simplest alkyne is going to be ethyne. So ethyne is going to be C2, and then if you multiply over here 2 into 2 4 minus 2 will give you 2 only. So carbon triple covalent bond. So carbon will form only one single covalent bond with one hydrogen because it's already forming three bonds over here with the other carbon atom. So you just have to see that there shouldn't be five covalent bonds, there shouldn't be three covalent bonds, it has to be four. Either it's a triple covalent bond with other carbon atom, double covalent bond, single, whatever it is, but four bonds you have to make for each carbon. If it's less than four, more than four, your answer is wrong. Okay, now moving ahead. So this is our first member. Then we go to propyne. Propyne means three carbon. Always make the chain first. Triple bond you introduced anywhere, and this will be hydrogens. Three hydrogens over here. This carbon, if you see over here, it is not going to have any hydrogen because it's having its covalency is already completed. If you see over here, three covalent bonds are there and one over here. So carbon doesn't need any hydrogen over here. Covalency completed, done. No, don't put hydrogens over here, please. Okay, next. So this carbon is forming only one CH bond. So C3, and this is going to be 6 minus 2 C3H4, and so on. You can make the rest. You can try for butane, you can try for pentyne, hexyne, or whatever. You do that, right? But please do not get confused for alkyne and alkene. I've seen many people doing the mistake when it comes to when they ask this typical question, what is the first member of alkyne series, what is the simplest alkyne, what is the simplest alkene, or first member of alkene. They do this tremendous mistake without thinking. They will just look out for the option methane, methine. That doesn't exist. So please be careful about that. So now the common names. So one point which I missed over here is the common name of alkyne, specifically this ethyne, if we say. So ethyne is commonly called as acetylene. That's a common name, right? Then we go to the alkene over here. Alkene, specifically ethene, common name is ethylene. So you have to remember this. And if we go back to more alkenes, like we even call them as paraffins. So I'll write it over here, also called as paraffins. I was thinking whether paraffin has double F or single F. Okay. So also called as paraffin. So paraffin, why do we call them as paraffin? What is so special? Because they are chemically less reactive. So paraffin, if you see, para means you can say less, and affinity, again, chemistry people love Greek, Latin, right? So Greek over here, affin stands for affinity or reactivity. So you can say alkanes are having less reactivity. So that's why we call them as paraffins. Now we even for alkenes we can say alkenes also have one common name. We call them as olefins. Olefins, Olefins, you can see the screen. Okay, so olefins meaning what? So they react with chlorine to produce oil like derivatives. So olefins meaning oil forming. So I can write over here, they react with chlorine to produce oil like derivatives, right? And the common name for alkynes, acetylenes. So for alkynes, we can actually, we call this as acetylene, that I've already written, if you can see over here. Now, if we go to the next member, I have written propine over here. So if I need to write in the common, you can say common name of this, right? So you will call this, you can say this carbon, this triple carbon carbon triple bond. This is something we call it as acetylene. So this will be something called as methyl. Now I'll be discussing about what alkyl is. So this will be called as methyl acetylene. I'll take one more example. So if you have butane, butane is C4H 6. So 4 carbon, triple bond over here. I have a habit of writing in the condensed formula since I haven't introduced condensed formula over here. So anyway, so I'm writing structural formula. So if you can see, this is C4H6. So this is butane. So how we can actually commonly write it? So this is our acetylene, right? So this triple bond, carbon carbon triple bond. This is what we call it as a acetylene. Acetylene means it has a triple bond. So this entire group is having two carbons. So we will call it as an alkyl. So this is ethyl. Sorry, yeah. So for this it can be called as ethyl acetylene. We can actually write in a different way also. So if we write triple bond in the middle and we have CH3 on the both side, then what we are going to call. So again, if you can see over here, this is our acetylene triple bond and you have one alkyl group on both side. So we call it as dimethyl means two alkyl groups and acetylene. I know I haven't told you about alkyl group, that I'll be telling you in a minute. So that these are the common name. So now before moving ahead, we will be understanding about alkyl group, or we can do alkyl groups later on when I'll start with the nomenclature. So we can discuss about one more thing over here. If I have, let's say this example C2H6, we know this is ethane. But what if we want to calculate the number of covalent bonds? So we have a formula 3n plus 1. N over here is a number of carbon atoms. So 3 into 2 plus 1. So this will be 7 covalent bonds. So let's try to look at over here. So here, if you see 1 CH, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 covalent bonds. It's correct. So you can calculate like this also, right? So after this, we'll be discussing about homologous series. So after that, I'll be starting with IUPAC nomenclature. Over there, I want to discuss about alkyl. So alkyl, I'll be missing out. I have told you what this. At least it will make sense when we'll be discussing about alkyl group. At least for now, you can just remember that, this. You can say 2 carbon, at least you know that it stands for eth, right? So I'm just putting a suffix over here, "il." So it has a meaning that we can discuss in the next video. So till that, keep practicing, keep learning, and share this with your friends, yeah, cousins, brothers, sisters, anyway, anybody who is in need. So please like, subscribe my channel, and comment also if you have any topics that you want me to discuss on emergency basis, so that we can discuss. But again, for questions, like if you have any questions that you want me to discuss, my Instagram is there, so over there short videos I'm basically posting, so that will be helpful. That's on random basis, like random chapters, random everything. So anyways, so, and please keep working hard, read a book, don't rely on YouTube all the time. But yes, sometimes it is very much helpful, sometimes it's not. So, thank you for listening. Thank you.